This video only exists because of this snippet and this snippet alone.
How you gonna compare me to him? Niggas ain't put in no work. It's yachty, I came from the dirt. Not diamond status with perks. I done made a few millions on merch. And I'm rich, that's why she won't float.
Welcome back to the market. I'm LIL. If you want to learn how to make Lil Yachty and Cash Cobain drill beats like this, then you're in the right place, man. Stay tuned. And all here. So right now we're in FL Studio, because I'm an FL Studio boy. And by the way, we're at 151 BPM. The BPM for this beat is in the drill range, but on the slower side of that. Obviously, if you want to go faster, go faster. You want to go slower, do you. All right, so boom. First and foremost, we're going to talk about the chords. Now, the chords I got from a loop from Splice. And it's really just like a synth horn. It's really, really simple. There's not a lot of variation, not a lot of stuff going on in it. The key is A minor. As you can see, this is what it sounds like. For effects, I think I really just put, chorus, the default preset. I just turned it down a little bit, and then I threw on a little bit of reverb on there. One thing I did do to the chords to make the beat more bouncy is over here, I added a little bit of a fade every time the chords change. And the reason I did that is to emphasize the bounce on the chords. And you'll see what I mean when I play them right now. And just listen to the difference, compare and contrast them. That's the first half now. This one, the first half, has a lot more space, and that's something that you really need to pay attention to and really need to keep in mind when you're trying to make bouncy beats like the Lil Yachty snippet. Now we're gonna go on to the flute. I put this flute in as like a lead sound. Originally, I put it in because I thought I heard a flute in the little snippet, but it was actually a vocal loop. The flute itself is a sound I got from Xenology. It's this alto flute preset right here. Didn't really do much to it. The pattern I put down is this. It's a kind of simple top melody kind of pattern, and if you pay attention, the flute notes are active at the dips, dips, and that's basically to emphasize the bounce. You know, one thing is going to be playing in the absence of another. But yeah, let me just play it. I'm talking too much. Let's see, for the effects on this, it was literally just EQ out a decent amount of high and a decent amount of low end, and then I added a decent amount of reverb on it to give it that spacious, nice, cool, airy feel. But yeah, that's it. That's all I did for effects on there. I panned it to the left a little bit. That's sauce. We're gonna talk about this right here, this texture. Now, if you don't know, textures are sounds that people put in their beats to give it the ambiance, to set a setting or something like that. For this one, I got a bird texture from a one-shot kick, and it's literally just birds and shit. Like I said, it's literally just birds. And the reason I put that in there is because in that Lil Yachty snippet, it kind of has that safari ambiance vibe. Immediately, it paints a picture in your head when you listen to the beat. By adding this little ambiance, it gives you that feeling of being in a nice, colorful spring park with mad life and stuff around you. I didn't do too much to it. I just stretched it to fit the BPM. I didn't even EQ it. So I just pulled that in, dropped it in. It's just a bird texture. I don't even have to play it out for you guys. Now, on top of all of that, I got this vocal chop right here. So in that Lil Yachty snippet, there's like a little vocal riff that adds a lot of character to the sound.
How you gonna compare me to him? Niggas ain't put in no work.
You should have heard that. I went through Splice, I went digging, and I found this loop, and it has this part right here that sounds kind of similar to that right here. Woo! That little sound right there I liked a lot. It reminded me of the other one, so I went, drag and dropped it. I pulled it in. I did a little bit of chopping because once again, it's a bouncy beat. You don't want stuff clashing up. And this is what it sounds like. Yeah, so for this one, I did a little bit of EQ. I EQ'd out a little bit of high end. I threw on a little bit of chorus to widen it out, give it a little more grit and sharpness to it on the high end. Follow that up with reverb. Reverb on vocals always goes, it always hits. Now for the last part of this loop, but definitely not the least, it is one more flute sound. And this is just icing on the cake. This is a flute phrase from the same kid I got the vocals from. And if you don't know what a phrase is kind of similar to like a texture, but it's just an instrument, like an instrument riff or an instrument run or a little instrument melody that you throw in as ear candy for a beat. Sounds like this raw. And what I did is I have this one at a normal pitch, and I have it panned to the left a little bit. and I have a copy of that pitched down 12 cents, so an octave down all the way, and I have that pan to the right. Oh wait. And I didn't throw any effects on this either. This one, the effects it has were literally just baked into the phrase. But yeah, it's just like a little bit of candy. If you do want the whole melody or any of the melodies you see in my video, comment it down below. I'll send them out. If you look over here, I really be putting in pain, and I have a bunch of loops. So let me know if y'all need loops, if y'all want this loop. Sub up, like, and comment it down below. That's all I need, and I can send it directly to you. Yeah, so that's that with the loop. Now we're gonna go on to the drums. Once again, if you want the loop, comment it down below. That's all I'm gonna say. Alright, so here's how we're gonna do the drums. One, a lot of these are 2-bar loops. Like literally, I only made drums for 2 bars, and then they just repeat. And then on top of that, after I finished these drums, I ended up going back and arranging them just to really emphasize the bounce a little bit more. And I'll explain that later on once again, so stay tuned. You don't want to get lost in the sauce. Now, it's a lot. So this is the hi-hat sound I use. It's called hi-hat 1. Don't know what kit I got it from, but this is what it sounds like. This is the pattern I put down. I was going for kind of a drill pattern, but once again, it's a bouncy beat, so I had to cut out a few notes just to make a little more space. This is what it sounds like. That's it. Simple, nice, calm, sweet. This is the open hat. This is the one shot. This is what it sounds like. Got this from the Rio kit. Shout out Rio Levaya. He dropped a free kit a minute ago, and I've been using that for all my beats for the longest. If you want that free kit, I could put a link for it down in the comments too. Just comment, let me know. This is the pattern I put down. It's really simple. Once again, it's a 2-bar loop that repeats to make a 4-bar. That's what this means. This is 2 bars. This is the original loop, and you see how it says loop here? It repeats to make a 4-bar. Essentially, if you're really lost, this is what the real pattern is. This is the full pattern. This is what that sounds like. After that, I went in and I threw this boom sound in. It's really like the Pierre Bourne stomp explosion sound. This is what it sounds like. I threw it in just to add a little bit more lower into the drums and the beat along all together. This is what it sounds like. The next thing I have is this go yard clap. It's just like a plug clap. It sounds like this. Put down this simple little pattern right here. It sounds like this. And notice how everything's playing off of each other. Nothing's hitting on the same notes. That is to emphasize the bounce. After that, we have this perk right here. Perk 13. That's what it sounds like. Exactly, yeah. So it's a little tambourine sound. This is the pattern I put down for it. Very simple. And this is what that sounds like. So this is the Rio snap. I got it from the Rio kit once again. This is what it sounds like. It hits essentially at the same time as I think the clap and something else. When I came back or whatever to arrange the beat, when I show you guys what I'm talking about, you'll see how I fixed that up and cleaned it up. But this is what that sounds like. Then we're gonna go with the 808. The 808 is this Zay 808. Whoa, hold on. Let me talk. Yeah, this is the 808 pattern I put down, and like I said, it's a bouncy beat, so there's a lot of space. Keep your 1, 2, 3. Now remember how I was talking about the arrangement earlier? Basically what I did was I came through, I laid it out the same way I had it laid out before, and then I went through and I chopped out points where I felt like there was too much going on. Either the drums was clashing, the melodies were clashing, or both of them were clashing, or it just felt like stuff didn't fit. I really played around with the snap a lot because the snap was really annoying me because it kept hitting with the clap, the double clap. So here I have it cut out all the way. Just a little bit of sauce, nothing crazy. Now we're gonna play the whole beat all together with the tag. that's the beat. I put you guys onto a lot of sauce today. The beat is done. If you want the beat, let me know. I don't know if I'm giving it up like that, but like I said, if you want the loop, comment it down below. If you want a tutorial on how to make loops like this from scratch, I could definitely do that because I've done it before. I got a whole nother beat breakdown with a loop like this coming out. Don't know if I'm going to say soon because I'll be lazy, but I'll try for sure. And yeah, I'm almost at 500 subs, man. I would appreciate a sub, like, comment. If you got any other video ideas, let me know those two below. And yeah, that's all I got to say, man. All hail. Till next time.